Okay, Kat, it's Koba here. I've got the first question. I believe for this game week, you took 2 hits. Were you satisfied with your 2 hits? Did you score the points that you were looking at scoring? If not, what do you think went wrong? But if you are happy, what are you happy with?
Yeah, so just to clarify, it was not this game week, but the previous game week, game week 7. I took a hit on Gordon and Morris. I'm very happy because they made them back. Morris scoring 10 and Gordon going 5. So that's 15 points versus 16, which I'm very happy with. Honestly, in the end of the day, for me, it's when I take a hit, that's exactly what I want. I want to be able to cover that 8 points or that 4-point hit and make more over that. I don't just want to cover it and have 8 points, because then that means I'm sitting on 0. So essentially, I counted as 7 more points from the hits that I took, rather than 15 points. That's really where I'm at with those.
Thank you, Kat, for that. If you could just please give us your transfer plans for the upcoming game week. Have you made any transfers, or what transfers are you thinking of making?
So I've already made one transfer. Brought in the king of FPL himself, Mohamed Salah. And it was a straight swap for Saka, nice and early before the price drop and the price rise. In terms of transfer plans going from then, we all know Stupinian is injured. Maybe not reflecting on the team sheet now, but I monitoring the price rise and price drops tonight on the day of recording. And if his price does drop, then I am most likely going to take a hit to bring him in. Most preferably for a Spurs player, considering they have 2 fixtures which are very more favorable. Looking at Pedro Porro, I feel he's a very good player who moves forward and really contributes forward. Honestly, Udogu does the same. If you have the money in the bank, I think that's where it all depends on in the end of the day. But I think Pedro Porro is a great differential, because a lot of people have Udogu and what he has to offer going forward as well.
Okay, Kat, I see you've made the bold move by removing the captaincy armband from Haaland and you've given it to Son. Please take us through this, because I believe you've done the same antics earlier. I think it was an earlier game week, and that didn't work out so well. So what are you hoping for in this coming game week?
Yeah, no, look, in the end of the day, whenever you go against Haaland, it has to be strategy and luck. It's very easy for all of us to right now say, oh, Haaland's playing Arsenal away, he's going to not perform, and Son is and Son has got Luton away, so he's in form as well. So pick Son, and then end of the game week, we find that Haaland scored more than Son. Does it make it a bad decision? No, it doesn't, because in the end of the day, Haaland didn't have a favorable fixture. He just had the luck on himself to perform better. So, strategically, I feel it is the right decision for Son. He's done well in the previous game weeks, performed well away at big teams, small teams as well. So I just feel that if there was ever a game week to go against Haaland, it would be with a player like Son playing a team like Luton, and Haaland playing Arsenal away more specifically. Can Haaland return? Yeah, definitely. Haaland can return anywhere and everywhere. But I think it's a matter of time where FPL managers get over their fear of that because looking at the previous game weeks, Haaland has never topped as the highest goal scoring, and he will. One of these game weeks could be very much this game week, but I'm willing to go for Son on this one and hopefully get a great edge against the other FPL managers.
Thank you, Kat, for that. I see that you've already got Salah. So when are you thinking of getting the wild card?
So honestly, my wildcard plans are very much late as far as game week 19, 20, mainly because of the updates on the potential devil game week for City, which they are looking to most likely be in game week 21, if I'm not mistaken. It would be City having 2 home games against Brentford and Sheffield. I feel like at the current moment, with the knowledge we have of game weeks, that is likely the best time to captain Haaland. Before that, we have blank game week and game week 18, so there'll be either a benching or a selling of City players, and City have a very good fixtures after that blank week. So it's about taking them out and putting them back in, and that requires a lot of planning. And I feel like a lot of people are not mentioning this, but the African players will be going to AFCON, African Cup of Nations, in January, and about game week 19, I think 20, sorry, is the last game week before January where we can play our wild card. So I would like to use it to plan for, the teams that will be losing those players. I feel like Tottenham will be losing 2 vital players in the center of their midfield, Basuma and Papisa. I feel like those 2 players really affect how they progress up the field, and it could affect their attack. And I need to be able to plan for that, and moving players in and out, as well as bringing in Haaland and so. I feel like I can't play my wild card anytime soon, regardless of the red flags, yellow flags that we get. I need to take hits, strategic hits where I can, and cover them and hope that I cover them. And as it stands right now, that is the plan. Things can change, but yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks, Kat, for that. I see you still standing by Matomo and Morris, even looking at the runner fixtures. Take us through that.
Yeah, so I myself like to plan ahead, and Matomo's really in the plans going forward. He's got a very great run of fixtures from game week 10. So there's going to be a gold rush for him around about that time. So he's somebody who at the moment, I feel he's more fixture proof than anything. If Brighton do manage to get anything against Liverpool and Man City, he would be most likely involved. Morris, honestly, is more of a placeholder in the sense of he was a 1 game week punt. For this game week, considering the flags that I have, he's on the starting 11. But once I do my transfer plans, where I said I'll take a hit for Stupinian, I'm going to wait and see till the deadline. And I do believe Bartman will play this weekend. That's what I strongly believe. And if he does, then, yip yip. But if that press conference comes back from this today, tomorrow, then and says Bartman's not playing, then I will take a strategic hit from him. I think there's a lot of players with good, favorable defensive fixtures, which I can gain from.
All right, thank you, Kat. As a 1 week punt, right, just strictly for this upcoming game week, who is the one player who's not in your team that you would like to go for?
looking at the fixtures, it's as a 1 week. Okay, for me, it would actually be Pedro Porro. I feel like there's a very high chance Luton will be on the header setting up a low block, and he's the person to be whooping in those crosses within the entire team. Kulusevski doesn't cross, nor does anybody on the left-hand side. And with him coming up front, pushing up, he'll definitely pull that ball in, if not take a shot himself. And I feel he'll have a lot to offer in this specific game against Luton to break down that defense, and hopefully get a clean sheet on top of that as well. So I feel Pedro Porro is the one to go for, considering also that he's very low owned compared to Udogie.